watching, God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, legends, my confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the Wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, you ruin the vibes and second and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. Monday Night Primetime is underway. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm, Brock. What a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title. For the first time since 1991, it's Jaden Daniels.
Okay, when you partner a relentless work ethic with elite athleticism, you get Jaden Daniels. He put on an absolute show. One of the best rookie years in the history of the game for a quarterback. And with a work ethic and speed and arm, I don't know why he would ever slow down.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Daniels going to throw to get us started. He's got Jalen Wade. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I just want to see how accurate it is. Last 2 times.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
This is Ja'Cory Merritt hitting it for the first time. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Here's Chris Jones, an All-Pro each of the last 3 seasons, who took him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back to throw, Mariota. Count by Deebo Samuel. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. A 9-yard gain. And good for a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Back to throw, Mariota. He goes right back to Samuel. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd down give to Merritt. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
There he is on 3rd and short. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
On the toss, here's Merritt. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. And it's not just your quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these 2 defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Brought in right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This is hauled in by Samuel. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Merritt is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, They just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Chiefs nothing.
Now to handle the kickoff.
For Washington.
On the return, here's Nico Remigio. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them as he always does. A quarterback seeking his 4th consecutive Super Bowl appearance and a 4th Super Bowl title. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Tackled on the play by the rookie out of Ole Miss. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. And that's caught by Hollywood Brown. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get in the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First down, ball at the 36. Pacheco gets it from the gun. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on a quick hitter. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Mahomes on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Kelsey again. He looks it down to the edge of the red zone. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They motion the tight end over. Second down run by Pacheco. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Brock? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Here's Mahomes on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Back to throw, Mahomes. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up second down. Oh, and how well he's slinging at this opening drive, Brock. Not sure we expected to see an incompletion, but his perfect start ends at 5 for 5.
Yeah, kind of the feeling out process, right? I think you find this with defensive coordinators a whole bunch, trying to figure out what that script is on the other side. I have a sense there'll be some completions.
And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs start off well to tie things 7-7. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Samuel now to return it. Escapes a defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. They go play action on 1st down. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the pistol. Kosky Merritt. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
3rd down from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Trying to throw this from the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. They're going play action. didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Third and long for him here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's caught at the 25. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders break the tie here in the first. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
14-7.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Man in motion here. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And Mahomes is going to dodge a hit with that slide after he picks up enough for the first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I love that. I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Gonna keep this one and go. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throw, Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. And hey, if you can't prevent the catch, Brock, at least prevent a gain after it, right? So they make the quick stop at the 31. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Cheifs, first down.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Running out of the gun, look, Pacheco. He's got a gain of 6 there. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes. Now here he goes. And Mahomes is going to dodge a hit with that slide after he picks up enough for the first down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
From the red zone now. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Mahomes. He's got it. It's in close. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs trim the lead to 1. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs tie things up at 14. Tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Luke McCaffrey now on the return. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
McCaffrey on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Jukes away from one. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. Steps up, and he's running with it. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's another Washington first down. A gain of 12. First down, Washington.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
And they stop him. He's marked down on that 18-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Washington Commanders first down. A gain of 14. And the Commanders first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Throwing is Mariota. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Jalen Lane, the one he was looking for. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Feet nice, Kate. Feet nice. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet nice move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Gay's kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. He dodged the tackle. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Cheifs and Rashee Rice ready for a new series on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
This is great. Looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Mahomes. Going receiver screen here. It's Worthy. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. They were Johnny on the spot.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Mahomes. He's going to run for it. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Give him 13 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw Mahomes. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for Isaiah Pacheco out of the backfield. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
A tight end in motion now. A second down throw for Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running up the middle, Pacheco. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Following the play, we have an injured commander. The training staff out there to check on him as we pause. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on a quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
The first down carry for Pacheco. Cuts right. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a second quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown.
You know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play caller, for the old lineman, for the offense? It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but they'll get explosive on the ground as well.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Samuel now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Commanders are ready to go on offense, and we'll get a look at Deebo Samuel. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here, Krosky Merritt. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
And a Washington first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
You're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. It's a design boot. It's caught. This is Jacory Krosky Merritt. All right, short of the marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He's going to keep this one. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Washington first down.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Screen pass here for Krosky Merritt. Pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get 13 on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Washington first.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Back to throw, Mariota. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down is just to run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Giving this to Krosky Merritt. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
2nd down give to Krosky Merritt. And he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Here's Mariota now. They'll make a big for it on the ground. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
So on 4th down, on comes Matt Gay to try the field goal for the Commanders. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Gay's kick is good, and that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's a toss to Pacheco. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Here's Mahomes now. Going all the way to the end zone here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's going to try another deep one here. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Ariza to handle it. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Laying the motion man. Mariota. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Mariota to throw. Into the hands of his running back, Krosky Merritt. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Now run it out of the pistol, Krosky Merritt. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Back to throw, Mariota. Looking right, and he finds it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. It's the Commanders. Looking at 3rd and 4. Mariota. This gets the 1st and more. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
And the Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Hits his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On the gun, run for Krosky Merritt. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
This might be a free play for him. Setting up the running back screen. He's out of bounds as there's a flag down. This one should be on the defender who jumped early. So they'll decline this and take the results. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Lane motioning left. Throwing from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the run. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at them. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here's a give straight up the middle. And this is going to end behind the line. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it now on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th down and goal.
On now is Matt Gay to try this Commanders field goal. This just 21 yards down the pipe. Gay's kick is good. And they've taken back the lead.
Going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime. Anytime you score points right before the final frame, and for the kicker, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chiefs getting out there on offense one last time in this opening half. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes connects on the crosser. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end, because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds the in route, complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
14 more yards. That's another.
So less than a field goal separating these teams after our first 2 quarters. As we throw to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the 2nd half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our 3rd quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the 2nd half. We're underway. Mihir with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chiefs have their offense out to start this 3rd quarter. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. On from Pacheco to start the half. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Mahomes. side. It's caught by Rice. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Throwing is Mahomes. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
A nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
You know, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run. The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. It's Pacheco again. And this hasn't been the common side of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take the lead right away in half number 2. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs jump in front now by 5. Butker on now to kick this one away. Samuel now to return it. He stopped on the run back of the 27. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Frosty Merritt gets it from the gun. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
3rd and 4 coming up now. They work against the blitz. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Back to throw, Mariota. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. Trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Good time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Now Mariota. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Motioning left is their running back. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
The number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on 3rd down, it's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Looking to throw Mahomes. He finds Brown right side. And He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. They're cobbled together a yard there. And he Luvu there for the tackle.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They send a tight end in motion. A 2nd down run by Pacheco. Good running there to go around 6, but now they've got 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He gets it to Rice. And they are set excellently. This is down to the 18. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Quick throw completed by Mahomes. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running up the middle, Pacheco. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. They'll throw 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you've got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Pacheco. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes now. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs hold an 11-point advantage. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs push the lead up to 12. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, this is McCaffrey. Finds some space, he's past the 30. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. The Commanders are headed back out there now, led by Marcus Mariota. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Mariota. He's in trouble now and the ball is out. And he mitigates the damage by falling on it, but still a loss on that play.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Still their football, but need to make some progress here. This is 2nd and long. Mariota to throw. Now here he goes.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
On 3rd down, Chiefs going with a nickel. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's got it deep downfield. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find it.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Just an incredible, incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going on.
Need to shake off that sack and quick. Here comes 2nd and 13. Mariota. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down at the 30.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, and I just showed you I could do yours.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
So 4th down, on comes Matt Gay to try the field goal for the Commanders. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's Commanders football, and they need to get to work here. They're trailing late. On now is Matt Gay to try this Commanders field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. The big kick is no good. It's well to the left there. And they continue to trail by 12.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Chiefs aren't headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. This is cut downfield by Rice. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll run now with Pacheco. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So shipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. He has the 1st over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That's good for 7 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Running back sent in motion left. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 3 now. Back to the air, Mahomes. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he stops, give him about 7 on the play, and give his offense a 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Again, Mahomes to throw. And he's got it, it's in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They'll try to run with Pacheco. And the defense holds him at the 2. Brock, he can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Mahomes. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs making a 3-score game in the 4th. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs go up by 19. Kick this one away. On the return, this is McCaffrey. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Commanders set to take over. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Rolling is Mariota. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Has it downfield, working the left. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They send a man in motion. Back to throw, Mariota. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find the throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Giving this to Krosky-Merritt. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
The Chiefs adding a man to their secondary for this third down. Third and long, they're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco with touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock. They're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now give left side to Pacheco. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one's caught. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Throw is caught. And this one doesn't go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 56-yard attempt.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And this stays a 19-point game.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week, specifically because of that miss.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Now Mariota. Oh, trying forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The Chiefs and Rashee Rice readying for a new series on offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Called in by Worthy, right side. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's a gift to Hunt. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right, they love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Out left, Worthy makes the grab. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. To the air, Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And this one does not go far.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Mahomes. Finds his favorite target again. It's Worthy. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run, Pacheco. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Chiefs continue piling on to this lead.
Commanders 23.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Samuel now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And the question out there is, Brock, how early and often are they going to try passing here after they were picked off on the previous drive?
Well, I think the answer to that is how much trust does this play caller have in his quarterback? We're going to get to find out right now.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Got his target, that's Lane. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Here's Mariota now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. Buying some time left. He's running for it. He slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, before the snap, you know, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment, made at the perfect time for the first down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Lane motioning left. From the gun, the run for Krosky Merritt. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. You want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Mariota to throw. Screen pass here for Krosky Merritt. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target. and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Mariota. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Pacheco dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Misfire there, couldn't connect. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Has him on the quick hitter. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On for the field goal, a 51-yard attempt.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs on the favorable end of this blowout. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes it a 29-point ball game.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Samuel now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Mariota. Into the hands of his running back, Koski Merritt. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable to create space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They get a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Mariota hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Throwing from the gun. Rolling into enemy territory. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even two defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing is Mariota. Brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, ball at the 36. Throwing it again here. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Keyword, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.